Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, welcome. I know that this is the video that everyone has been waiting for, and it's more than overdue. But you got to remember that, we're only human. You understand? We're not robots. So at times. Yes, testing. Take its course. And those who pay attention would have realized something. Yes, with the last video that we have done, and we have seen the comment, whilst others did not even realize, but we appreciate those and who have realized that something was wrong with our voice. So that we're going to reveal the name of the people who shot Bob Marley and his wife Rita Marley. So right there, looking at a man to the left, a Rasta man. They are labor rights, except Bob Marley's a Rasta man. Tech Life and clear the mass up, and that's a Bob Marley. Yeah, that was after he was shot. That photograph was taken in England. Yeah, when they get him to return to Jamaica for the second peace concert. And I can tell you, so most people, if you are from the Kingston metropolitan area, you would have heard the names that I've mentioned who are responsible for shooting Bob Marley. You would hear Claude Massop, yes, Jim Brown, and Natty Unch, and others. Yes, that that they says were responsible for shooting Bob Marley. You understand? So we're just gonna delve right down into the meat of the matter. As usual, we will not brief for anyone here. Our loyalty is to the truth. We don't care who it is, and we don't hold any boss or anyone. We're not in the pocket of any political party. We're not on the side of any political party. Whoever the guy or the girl who's willing to make the Jamaican people live in peace and tranquility, yes, we will be on that wagon, because we just want the people them want back them country. Yeah, the people them want back them island Jamaica, and them want it back. We know from who? From the 63 people in the parliament. It's not from the little corals in them where I shoot people. No, it's not them. They're just they're just a part of the equation. They play a minor role. The major role are played by the 63 people. And we have told people before, some people might think it's joking, but trust me, there is a bloodbath on the horizon. I was told you in our video earlier, many times before, that politicians are going to pay, and the things are right now in motion. But we're not going to talk about that now. We're going to stick just with Bob Marley and tell you who's responsible for shooting this man, and you know who shot Bob Marley. So moving on. So the dishonorable title, father of political violence, has been imposed. Yes, has been imposed on Edward Seaga, and has gained credibility to the extent that he has never forcefully rejected it. So you see, sometimes when people spread rumor on you and saying, lies, it's good for you to really counter it, because people will believe, especially low IQ people, Because you know, the IQ people cannot think. Them buy into conspiracy and them buy into lies easily. Even when the facts is right in front of them, them still not, they don't work with it. But intelligent people do not believe in propaganda, and they don't buy it. They know they can think, and they know when propaganda is machine work. So Edward Seaga, he naively believed that Jamaican people would know well enough to dismiss this calumny for the political trash that it is, and as a result has been thoroughly demonized. In the history of our popularly elected governments, there has been two peaks in political violence, 1947 to 1949, and again in 1976 to 1980. It is from an examination of these two peaks and the intervening valleys that we shall be able to determine who is the real father of political violence and the use of guns in political conflicts. So it is widely believed by Jamaicans that political violence, particularly involving the use of guns, had its genesis in the 1962 electoral conflict in West Kingston between Edward Seaga GLP and Dudley Thompson PMP. The truth is that political violence had always existed in the body politic, even in the days of the Legislative Council in the late 19th century, when groups supporting rival candidates fought between each other with cuckoo-maca sticks. So you see, when I've been telling you that, that's how the violence started. Cuckoo-maca stick. And I used to, this are where, in fact, these are things that was imparted to me by elders, mother, father, even my grandfather, even one of my grandfather. I don't know one of my grandfather. Yeah, cuckoo-maca stick. And yes, and this is what the PMP would do. They would attack the laborites who were coming from meeting with cuckoo-maca stick. Some of these sticks were like baseball bats. It's made from wood. Yeah, you cut with a pine or guava, and then they would use nails and run it through it and sharpen it, and they would use it and attack people who are coming from political meeting in the Kingston metropolitan area, and they would rub garlic on it and all kind of thing just to attack people because of their political beliefs. And they would attack them with buckles, stone. I don't know. That was before politicians get involved in it. This is what the people them used to do by themselves. You understand? And these were the people that aligned to the PP's National Party then. So it's a long time they have been attacking the laborites. Because the laborites they were always on the back foot, based on the information that we have gleaned from here. So they were more seen as the more peaceful people from back then, because it's the PMP that's always attacking them. So you're going to be shocked when we tell you who gave the orders to shoot Bob Marley. Yes, so you're looking at right now at Michael Manley. You're the dear leader. Poor people love Michael Manley world without end. Some of them will give them life for him. Edward Seaga, the man on the right. Most black people do not like him, but he's the one that loves black people the most. Because it was Edward Seaga philosophy. Right now, Jamaicans will be living like the people in Singapore, first world country, most educated people in the world. But them not Jamaican people don't want to hear that. They want to hear who can give them the biggest gun to kill the next man next door. But that was the vision of Edward Seaga and Bustamante to make Jamaica Singapore. Singapore came to Jamaica. Lee Kuan Yew came to Jamaica and took the blueprint from Jamaica, and now Jamaicans can't visit Singapore. Singapore was even worse than Jamaica then, GDP. Yes, Jamaica was, per annum it was like a family in Jamaica was making over 5,000 US compared to 700 US with the people in Singapore. Now Singapore family 80,000 US compared to Jamaican 9 or 10,000 US. So everything that Singapore got from Jamaica, their people's lives has been better, whilst the Jamaican people lives has been worse. But the most of the Jamaican people, you know, they will tell you that they're rather the worst. They don't want to be in Singapore because they don't want anything that has to do with discipline and law and order. That's the blueprint that Singapore got, that was written by Seaga, and it was given to Bustamante because he was the Minister of Finance, to clean up the harbour, the order Kingston Pier, and turn Jamaica, change it around. Even the violence would even have the violence until 1972, 76 to 80, courtesy of one man up there. Yes, that man, and he understand, and the philosophy of him lives on. And yeah, we know most of you know, especially the little the baby them, we don't like to hear the truth. We tell them, you know, not for over a year now, because we not beholden to anyone. We just beholden to the truth, and we just tell the truth as it is. So we won't go to bed with sleep. So moving on, you understand. So Manley, yeah man, so Michael Manley was the charismatic socialist leader of the People's National Party, you know, which was a criminal organization from then. I tell you straight up, when you understand. Seaga headed the conservative Jamaica Labour Party, which opposed Michael Manley's radical policies and close ties with communist Cuba, which was linked to Mother Russia. So despite the unresolved shooting at Bob Marley's Hope Road home in December 1976, where he, his wife Rita, manager Dan Taylor and others were shot. Yeah, so everything that emanates from Bob Marley being shot go right back to these men, Seaga and Michael Manley. So, you know, the truth behind the alleged shooters of Bob Marley exposing evil and corruption in Jamaica. In this video, we delve into a narrative that has circulated for decades, involving individuals Natty Unch, Baya Mitchell, Jim Brown, and Claudius Massop. These names were frequently associated with the shooting of Bob Marley, his wife Rita Marley, and others at his residence on Hope Road in the late 1970s. Yeah, so these were the names of the people that were circulated from then, and let's keep repeating it. Many have unquestionably accepted this narrative, but today we aim to uncover the truth, the facts behind these claims. Were these men indeed the shooters, or were they present during the unfortunate incident that occurred to Bob Marley and his companions? Join us as we unravel the mystery and shed light on this long-standing controversy. You're going to be shocked to find out who was behind it. So it is essential to acknowledge a suspicious backdrop. We reveal the involvement of individuals deemed evil, including high-ranking officials and politicians, such as Peter Bunting, Portia Simpson-Miller, and O.L. Ellington. These corrupt entities have played a significant role in the Jamaican history and have linked to criminal activities. Our investigation also shed light on the disintegration of the intelligence unit, the special branch within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. So the reason why you are hearing about Portia Simpson-Miller, Peter Bunting, and Owen Ellington, these are the people who are responsible for dismantling the special branch division. That's the division that holds all of the nation's secret when it comes on to criminal behavior. So they dismantle it. The PMP did it by one of the most corrupt persons to ever hold office as Commissioner of Police, Owen Ellington. And we say that without any apology. Yes, Owen Ellington came this close to be extradited, and guess what? It's what the PMP was willing to give the Americans for not extraditing him. The man is corrupt to the core and have no shame. You know, if I was some people, you know, like criminal and shame still doing it. Yeah, I'm shameless. If I was as a person, I was embarrassed publicly the way that Owen Ellington was. I would just keep my head down and just, off in the sunset. But hey, you see the shameless, you can't shame them. Them still, I tell you, believe you me. And people who have to tell us about this man was the best commissioner of police. So, Special Branch was one of the places that had all the information about who really shot Bob Marley and all of these things. So it's just that when they dismantle it, people who used to work there, it's not everything the government were able to get them on, and people, I go already and them thing there. Man, I go move things and one and two little things. Because the PMP, them are Owen Ellington. Owen Ellington really want to know what they had on him. So that was his reasons for helping Peter Bunting and the PMP to dismantle it. And the reason for it's all went right back to the Trafficker thing. It's the Special Branch Police, Why Bruce, the Labour, they knew about the Trafficker thing. But most Jamaican people don't even know that. Because, police not going to come out and tell. You understand? And that's the reason why they dismantle it. But Special Branch, very effective police unit back then, but they make sure they dismantle it. Yeah, so we had promised to deliver this video on New Year's Eve and New Year's, but unfortunately due to circumstances being out of control, that's why you're getting it and late. So we apologize for the lateness. So it is essential to acknowledge a suspicious backdrop. So our investigation also shed light on the disintegration of the intelligence unit, the Special Branch, within the Jamaica Constabulary Force, once regarded as the best in the country. This agency was dissolved under dubious circumstances because you have a commissioner of police then who was a criminal enabler and beneficiary of criminal and supporter of criminality. Yeah, film from them can commit crime and them good and him. But anybody else, him don't like competition. So him out all I'm competitor and keep them out of the police force. You understand? The Jamaica Constabulary Force is not really constabulary, it's a corrupt entity right now, even to this 2024. We are telling that without any apology. And you can count the few honest police in the police force, don't believe you. So it becomes evident that their motives were driven by a desire to prevent the exposure of criminal activities involving politicians, elites, and even some members of the police force. So that's the reason why they dismantled the Special Branch. Here, Owen Ellington, Peter Bunting, and Portia Simpson Miller. That was their means of retaliating because of the Trafficker thing. You remember the big check where them collect from the foreigners, and Colin Campbell had it deposited to him in private accounts, and you understand. So it go right back to the Special Branch people them. Yeah, because at the time, you see Owen Ellington dangerous. Owen Ellington was the commissioner of police, so you know where it was coming from. So because you see, when you come up, you will do anything, you all bend over back way for maintain power. So that's what he did. You understand? So when the PMP came in the power, he's the one that told him, a Special Branch provide the information to the Prime Minister, Bruce Golden, the Prime Minister, and that's how they knew about the Trafficker thing. Because everything, every banking thing and everything, Special Branch, them have them eyes on it, because they were looking out for dirty money. So he was the one that helped them to dismantle this agency. Anything that's good, that helped Jamaica. So that's why we are in this pickle right now. Trust me, and it's going to get worse. You understand? So as we expose the truth, unveiling hidden secrets and revealing the sinister motive behind the attack on the legendary Bob Marley, this video is a must-watch for those interested in uncovering the truth about Jamaica's past, exposing the dark underbelly of corruption that has infiltrated the nation. Take advantage of this eye-opening investigation. If this is your first time to the channel and I haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Yes, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Stay tuned until the end for powerful revelations that will leave you astounded, amazed, stunned, and shocked. Yes, give the video a thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up the video. If you thumbs down the video, you're a criminal supporter. You should not be over here, because in the introduction we already tell you that we don't want you over here unless you're like a mongrel dog with no shame. Because we're not messing with this channel. Is all about saving people's life. You know? We're not here to put any criminals on a pedestal or encouraging people to commit crimes. We're here to change lives. We're all about saving life. We're not waiting for you to die to tell to tell people who will die and this and that. No, we're not. We're here about saving lives. We don't want a death. We want people to live a natural life and pass away from natural causes. We don't want no one to be killed by no gunmen. No, we're not at that. So we'll continue the journey. You understand? So as we said to you before, if this is the first time to the channel, hit the subscription button, select all. When you select all, whenever we at the Jamaica Young Police channel release a video, you'll be the first person to get it. Yeah, select the thumbs up button. Yeah, once you select the thumbs up button, cool, share the video with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your grandma, your grandpa. Yeah, they will learn something from this channel, because this channel is not about no entertainment. We are just all about, as we said, saving lives, and we don't want to make people to make the same mistake that others have made in the past. So that's why we are here to help each other, and we just want everything in life. It's all about your mind. You understand? So you look right there. These are three people that violated other people's human rights. Some people might say no. Some people will tell you that Claude Massop, he was a defender of the people them in Tivoli Gardens, and Claude Massop was not someone who ventured out of Tivoli to kill people. He was just there along with his men to protect the people from outside forces that would come in and harm them. So some would say that he's the defender of the community, while some others will say that he's a murderer or he was a killer. Same thing with Bucky Marshall and and that man right there. So those of you who recognize that man, you know who he is. You understand? As we say, share the video. Tell a friend about the Jamaica Young Police channel. That we are a group of people who do not like criminals, and we hate them with a passion. Yes. So share the video and comment below. Yeah, you can join the Patreon squad, so that whenever we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, the videos that you can't watch on YouTube, it's right there on Patreon. Yeah, on Patreon, you go Patreon, there are tons of video there that cannot be posted to YouTube. And we're gonna post a very disturbing video out of Jamaica. So we're not gonna change the conversation, no sidebars. You understand? So the truth behind the alleged shooters of Bob Marley, exposing evil and corruption in Jamaica, because the Rastas had been drawn into the political arena. Yeah, so Michael Manley was very, very skillful. The man is very skillful, good communicator, one of the best communicator. You understand? Yeah, it was like a cult. So Rasta were drawn into the political arena and had become a significant political force. Michael Manley, the white man, pretty boy, son of Jamaican national hero Norman Manley, had orchestrated outrage. The junior Manley, that is Michael Manley, brash standard bearer of the opposition Democratic Socialist People's National Party, PNP, which is a criminal organization, and had conspired to take back the government from the Jamaica Labour Party, and he did it by manipulating the growing Rastafarian population. Yes, so running for a prime minister against the incumbent Ushira Manley organized in the ghetto. He sought in particular to win the hearts and minds of rising JLP leader Edward Seaga natural constituency, the Rasta slum musician whose records Edward had once produced. Manley had wrangled an invitation to visit Haile Selassie in Ethiopia, and returned with an elaborate miniature walking stick the emperor had given him as a token of his esteem. Anyway, this was a lie. King Selassie never gave Michael Manley any stick. Michael Manley is the one that just came up with that idea to manipulate the Rastas. Because you know that Most of them they can't think. Yeah, so that stick, they call it the rod of correction. Yeah, Selassie did not give Michael Manley that stick. Michael Manley is the one, and others around him come up with it, because I know the Rastas them did see King Selassie, Emperor Selassie, as God himself. Yeah, God in the living flesh. So when Michael Manley now come with the stick and say, boy, Selassie give him, me I tell him, man, the rest of them start worship Michael Manley like a deity. So we continue the journey. Yes, you understand. So in Johnstown, that was the only imprimatur Manley required, but he went further than that. Yeah, christening the staff the rod of correction. See, I tell you, you understand? So Manley are taking it into the hills, out on the savannas, and into the lowliest lanes of the jungle, where even the goats didn't graze. The thousands of superstitious peasants and rastas, sufferers, turned out to kneel and kiss the relic, tearfully thanking Michael Manley as if he was Joshua reincarnated. So Michael Manley was a good communicator, you know. So of all the rasta them, you know, me I tell you, you could have said nothing bad about Michael them time, you know, me I tell you, rasta them sick kind of I tell you, say Selassie give me all the thing, you know. Michael Manley know if he manipulate but communicate. He was a good communicator, very charismatic man. Yeah, so right now you're looking at a man, that's a Bucky Marshall and Claude Massop. So Bucky Marshall did not see anything wrong with Bob Marley. Yeah, you know, not endorsing Michael Manley. So you're going to know where that coming from. You understand? So just keep latching on onto the channel. Yeah, so you know why the peasants and the Rasta sufferers turn out and kneel and kiss the relic, tearfully thanking Michael as if he was Joshua incarnated. So after that now, them start call Michael Manley Joshua, you know. Yeah, man. So there were scenes of adoration among the working class population that were wholly unprecedented in Jamaica political history. He even used a reggae single by Delroy Wilson, Better Must Come. Michael Manley didn't know if it, I tell you. Yeah, man, Better Must Come. And his theme song, the PMP, out of touch with grassroots since the mid-1950s, was mounting a comeback of truly mosaic proportions. Manley was no sooner in office than he took as a bride a 27-year-old radio and television personality, Beverly Anderson. Yeah, that's the woman I used. That's the woman she's left Michael Manley for DK Duncan, Uncle Rose, you know, her husband. Yeah, Michael Manley enough to rely upon a police woman to fix him up. She know herself, you know, Rosie McDonald. Yeah, Michael Manley girl that, you know, yeah, man, she used, yeah, and people, oh, you know, me know. I must say, it's a PMP community me come from, and me have insight, me have intimate knowledge of what happened when you're a PMP which is a criminal organization. Rosie McDonald, a former gazette officer, I think she was senior superintendent. She was Michael Manley girl. One time, Beverly Anderson Manley lock shop on Michael Manley. Rosie used to fix up Michael. Yeah, man, she was Michael girl. Yeah, man. She can't tell you that, so she can't say, boy, yeah, man, Beverly Manley didn't give Michael nothing on them thing now. The DK thing, man. A big trait of them that, you know, that we show you and them thing now with them man and all the respect. So I don't know what kind of people them that. Or if you in an organization and you go there with your boss, woman, some people say, boy, I him did there with her first. I don't know. But I just saw it go on them thing, but that will show you the level of disrespect. Yeah, and then disrespect Michael. But hey, one thing still though, as much as him fight and come back in our party, them never give him a credence and a big position and everything, because him this Michael Manley wicked. Yeah, man, DK Duncan was a dog. You understand? After the man bring him in a party, and you understand, him this the man. You understand? So yeah, so Beverly, and since he was practically next door to a Rasta superstar like Bob, he and his bride start dropping in and his noted neighbor. Indeed, Manley surreptitiously passed entire evenings at Hope Road on several occasions. Meanwhile, Bob Marley and Alan Skincool were making their rounds, frequent Kingston hippies and toughest nightclubs, dressing up status in expensive threads brought in special from Miami. They would stroll into discos not far from Hope Road, like the Genesis and Ifany, and the two rude turntable on Red Hills Road in St. Andrew, and the ladies and bad boys would check them strong, merely because they were two of the first well-known dreads to display their locks socially, rather than tucking them away beneath their thumbs to placate, appease and please the cops. Soon enough, they were being given the mightiest herb by road boy like Earl Tech Life Walde, yeah man, and Earl Froza Bright, up powering vigorously with political kingpins like Aston Thompson, alias Bucky Marshall of the PMP, and Claude Massop of the GLP. These kind of brothers could open doors in solid concrete walls and deliver tire traction in quicksand, and they were connected to the RAS. So everyone in town with an axe to grind was monitoring the king of reggae and his crowd to see what his friendship with Manley might add up to. Some felt they got an inkling to answer when the Wailers released Natty Dread in 1974. The dreadest LP yet, with a painting of Bob on the cover that looked like the Rasta equivalent of the Shroud of Turin. Yeah, the Shroud of Turin. On the back cover, his fist was raised, his locks licked, his shoulder, and he looked much like an urban gorilla who would take no prisoner. In short, Bob was becoming a self-styled revolutionary, a Jamaican Ozamati. Perhaps, maybe Manley was too full of himself and his radical visions. When the Wailers did a show in Kingston in 1973 with the Jacksons 5, the tension within the group was unbearable. Everybody tasting in his way the incredible fame at their fingertips and wondering who within or without might try to pull the plug. Bob Marley was shot on December 5th, 1976 in Kingston, Jamaica, at his home at Hope Road. The motive for the shooting remains unclear and shrouded in speculations. That was, you understand. So it does give us some context, background. So here's what, people know for sure. Two gunmen enters Marley's home, open fire, injuring his wife and his manager, Dan Taylor. Marley sustained a bullet wound to the arm and chest, with the bullet ultimately lodging in his abdomen. Despite the injuries, Marley performed at a planned peace concert 2 days later, urging unity between rival political factions. He tragically passed away from cancer in Miami on May 11, 1981, with some speculating his weakened immune system from the shooting possibly played a role. In this captivating video, we delve into a pivotal moment in music history as we explore the harrowing assassination attempt on the legendary Bob Marley's life. Join us as we uncover this iconic musician's remarkable resilience and unwavering spirit, discovering the shocking events that unfolded in December 1976 when Bob Marley alongside his wife Rita Marley and manager Dan Taylor were targeted in a tragic shooting at their Marley 56 Hope Road home. The motive behind this vicious act was to prevent Marley from performing at the highly anticipated Smile Jamaica concert. That is what some people have been saying, But that is one of the reasons that they are saying that he was shot. Them shot him because they don't want him perform at the Smile Jamaica concert. And they say that because the Smile Jamaica concert, it was it was the PMP. It was the PMP who was behind the part of the organization of the Smile Jamaica concert, but in fact it was really Edward Seaga who was really behind it. The Smile Jamaica concert, yes. You understand? So witness the inspiring bravery of Bob as he defied all odds and refused to be intimidated. Just days after the attack, he took to the stage alongside his injured wife, both visibly bandaged, to deliver a powerful message of peace. As he ascended the step, he sang the poignant anthem War, drawing inspiration from Emperor Haile Selassie's historic 1968 address to the United Nations. As we explore the profound impact of Bob Marley's music and his unyielding belief in triumph of good over evil, through his timeless tracks Ambush in the Night, he warned of the dangers lurking in our murder capital and predicted the enduring power of his music. Immerse yourself in the story of Bob Marley's resilience and the significance of music as a force for change. Discover how his revolutionary spirit continues to resonate, inspiring generations to come. Don't miss out on this compelling exploration of surviving the ambush, Bob Marley resilience and power of music. As we delve deeper into the intriguing world of history, where the narrative we know are often shaped by the victors and authors who may not always have factual intentions. Join us as we embark on a journey to uncover the hidden truths, unveiling the secrets kept by historical victors and expose the deceptive pen that has shaped our understanding of the past. Unveiling the untold deceptive pen of historical victors, this eye-opening exploration challenges the conventional wisdom we have been led to believe. By critically questioning the reliability and accuracy of historical accounts, we aim to broaden your perspective and encourage you to approach history with a discerning eye. So we want you to think. So the video presents compelling evidence and thought-provoking analysis and shed light on the possible motive behind distorted historical narratives. Dive into fascinating stories that have been conveniently altered, manipulated, or even completely fabricated to maintain the power of dynamics of the ruling elites. With meticulous research, facts, and alternative perspective, we aim to empower viewers to think critically and question the dominant historical discourse. Discover how the victors have shaped historical narratives and how these false accounts have influenced our understanding of the world and its diverse cultures. As we embarked on this enlightening journey, remember that the past is not always what it seems, and the truth is often more nuanced and complex than we initially believe. By challenging the lies and uncovering the often veiled truths, we aim to rewrite history to reflect the experience and perspectives of those marginalized or manipulated throughout time. If you have reached this far to the video and you haven't subscribed to the Jamaica Young Police channel yet, consider subscribing. Yes, subscribing. Select the notification bell and select all, so that when we at the Jamaica Young Police channel release a video, you'll be the first person to receive it, a notification. Yes. If you haven't given the thumbs up button, give it a thumbs up. If you give it a thumbs down, you're a criminal supporter. You should not be over here. Because we tell you already, we're already in the introduction, we tell you not to come over here. Because we don't negotiate, or we don't want a criminal or terrorist around us. It's just simple as that. You understand? So, yeah, so join our ongoing mission of unraveling history deceptive webs and uncovering the hidden stories that has been silenced for far too long. Brace yourself for an eye-opening experience that will forever change how you view the past. So, this is coming from a witness, Alright, so just listen. And at the time, yeah, she was saying that it was 40 years since it would be assassins tried to kill Bob Marley, the most famous reggae artist of all times. Nancy Burke, who was at the singer's house in Kingston, Jamaica, as the shooting took place, recalls what happened. During the 1970s, Marley led the way in the Caribbean island as it became the reggae capital of the world. Burke, who lived next door to him, was the girlfriend of his art designer and became a part of his crowd. I love the music, I love his lyrics, I love the beat, I love the band, she says. So it was a great privilege to be there, backstage on the bus going to shows. Marley may have been a potent symbol of the country's musical success, but 1970s Jamaica was an impoverished and divided nation with violent gangs fighting for control over the poorest neighborhoods. The left-wing Prime Minister Michael Manley was a polarizing figure, and political tension and violence were rife, especially when elections were on the horizons. In late 1976, a general election was due to be held. Bob Marley had previously backed Michael Manley. Okay, so we're saying back him. In 1972, Bob Marley endorsed Michael Manley for the Prime Minister, and with Rasta and them thing there, and that's how he was able to win the election. So we're looking at right now, that's one of the money, that's Tony Welsh. So we're not going to read the caption for you, the thumbnail, we want you to read it. Reason being, we don't want to give away anything as yet. You understand? Yeah. So remember, the first time when Michael Manley was running, Bob Marley endorsed him. The second time, he did not. And we're going to tell you why he never. Yes, you understand? So in the late 1976 general election was due to be held. Marley had previously backed Manley, but the singer wanted to distance himself from the government this time. So Bob Marley don't want nothing to do with the PNP, he don't want nothing to do with Michael Manley. That was before, in the 1976, that was before he was shot. He never endorsed him publicly anymore. He just allow it, and you're going to hear why. To try help calm passion, Marley suggesting holding a free outdoor concert in Kingston in December. But when the Prime Minister publicly endorsed the idea and even moved the vote date to coincide with the event, Marley was left looking like a government stooge. So Bob Marley had initially, listen, and most people know this, Bob Marley initially, because he was friend with Claude Massop and Tech Life and all them, you understand. Although Bob Marley did endorse Michael Manley for the first term. In a 76, he never endorsed him. And you saw hear why. So he was keeping, because there was political tension in Jamaica. So besides about I keep an outdoor concert for unite the country. In a Kingston metropolitan area with the Labour and the PNP them. Michael Manley wasn't a part of the planning of this concert, but him inject himself in it, and even with the date. So everybody know I say, boy, Bob Marley, them see him as a political stooge, but Marley already distanced himself from Michael Manley. So he was even shocked when Michael Manley inject himself in it, because Bob Marley him big up Michael like how he used to before. Him stop that, and him a be him own man, and him in a politics thing, him a Rasta. So Michael inject himself and want to put Marley in a ring. So Marley wriggle out and come out and ring, and I say, hey look, I'm my own big man, me in a politics and them thing, all me are unite my people, because all the way are black people. You understand? So Burke had been away in London escorting one of Marley's girlfriend, Sydney Breakspear, at Miss World contest. They arrived back on the island on the afternoon of December 3rd, 1976. After showering and changing, Burke went to see Marley at home. Bob Marley's house in Kingston, Jamaica. As I was walking towards it, I just had this very quick moment of dread, she says. I just shuddered. She noticed the gate was closed, which was unusual, but inside the house, Burke recalls everyone seemed relaxed. The band was taking a break from rehearsal. Someone asked Burke to move her car to let Marley's wife, Rita, take her car out. Another car slipped in as the front gates opened for Rita to leave. In the back room, Burke was chatting with some children and Marley lawyer Diane Jobson. I had just entered the room and started talking to them about Miss World when this barrage of gunfire started really close, right there. Burke said you could hear the gunfire going on and all these shots being fired. Yeah, so the lady, she said Burke was chatting with some children and Marley lawyer Diane Jobson, and that's when and she said, well, and they were that's when this barrage of gunfire started really close, right there. Burke says you could hear this gunfire going on and on, all these shots being fired, and it was so shocking because we couldn't see it, but it was a few feet away. I sank to my knees. I just didn't know what to do. The light was on and we just thought they were going to come in and mow us down. It was scary, very scary. It was just a bedroom, so there wasn't anywhere to go. The kids went under the bed, but I couldn't. 3 gunmen who had driven in as Rita was leaving had rushed into the house, spraying the place with bullets. Marley and the musicians had dived for cover. The shooters then sped off into the night, not pausing to survey the chaos they had left behind. The silence after seemed like forever, which was even more terrifying, Burke recalled. The next sound I heard was somebody calling out to Diane, saying, Diane, come quickly, Bobby's shot. Burke stayed in the bedroom with the children until the police arrived. That was the first point I decided to step out of the room, she says. While I was doing that, I saw Bob walked out with the police and he was holding his left arm. It was fantastic to see him on his feet, looking really, really angry. It had been a fortunate escape for everyone. Marley had been hit in the arm and chest. His manager Dan Taylor had been shot in the groin. No one else was seriously injured. But if you notice, you listen to her, she never saw Rita and get shot. Yeah, remember, just listen, you understand. Yes, so she never mentioned so Rita was shot. Yeah. So who had carried out the shooting? What sent the gunmen? Why hadn't they finished off the job? These were all the questions that hung in the air. The shooting remained shrouded in mystery, and the gunmen were never found. I have heard rumors that they were taken care of. They are not alive, says Burke. Somebody must know something, but it's hard to know what the reality is. 2 days later, an injured Marley turned up to play for more than 80,000 fans at the free open air concert in Kingston. Burke was too scared to go. Nobody had been caught. Nobody knew how or why. It was too frightening for me. I was too close to it the first time. I couldn't face that so soon again. Marley spent the next 2 years in self-imposed exile in London, then touring, producing some of his best work in his short life. He released 11 albums, including 4 live albums. Burke kept close contact with the Marley during the final years of his life until his death from cancer in May 1981. He was just 36 years old. The last time I saw Bob, before he died, he had removed the locks and he started to lose weight, Burke says. He was very withdrawn, relatively small. He was shrinking in front of us. When he died, we were in New York when we heard. It was definitely one of the worst moments ever of my life. I still feel it. It's a part of my mission to make sure people won't forget about Bob Marley, which they won't. He's done that for himself. So, as you hear this, this is a white lady, and she's telling you what happened. So we're gonna give you the the version of the Jamaican media from the police. So, this is a total different thing than what you heard from this lady about the shooting itself. Yeah, so that was the account of that woman, Burke. So, but remember, before the shooting of Bob Marley, that is her version. So, Bob Marley's bold stand exposing the political hijacking and dangerous game in Jamaica politics. So, as we delve deeper into the untold story of Bob Marley's courageous stance against political manipulation and the pragmatic and dangerous game that plagued Jamaica during that time, as we uncover the shocking truths behind the thwarted concert Bob Marley had meticulous planned and promoted only to have Prime Minister Michael Manley to hijack the same. Yeah, Michael Manley hijacked Bob Marley concert by injecting himself into it. Remember, before, in 1972, it was Bob Marley who endorses Michael Manley and help him become victorious in the election because he had the Rastafarian communities behind him. Yeah, Bob Marley have the Rastafarians behind him, so that's what happened. So and because Bob Marley was seen as Bob Marley was seen as by the poor as one of them because he's coming from abject poverty too, but he was able to rise, through his suffering and was able to get had a very successful career and move from downtown to uptown. Yeah, so you understand. So the shocking truth was that behind the thwarted concern that Bob Marley had meticulous plan and promoted only to have Prime Minister Michael Manley hijacked it. Bob Marley was upset because he did not want anything to do with Michael Manley anymore because of the state of emergency. So during a period of a state of emergency characterized by the government's arbitrary arrest of opposition members and innocent citizens, Bob Marley found himself at odds with Prime Minister Michael Manley, a man he had previously endorsed. So the thing now with Bob Marley detest Michael Manley for that because although he was entertainer, he knew that what the government was selling was lies about the state of emergency. So Bob Marley never supported anything because he believed in a one man, one vote. You understand? So, and Michael Manley wanted his endorsement, and he never endorsed him at all. So seating disgusted, Bob Marley openly expressed his disdain and revulsion to those closest to him. So what Bob Marley did then, after the state of emergency, he was so upset. So when the man friend them, when they go to Cane River and sometimes them run go to Port Royal, because he used to do it, Yeah. Bob Marley would express his disgust, at the state of emergency that Michael Manley, had used to arrest his opposition members at the Jamaica Labour Party. He arrested some PMP to as shaman, but Bob Marley never liked it because he must say a violation of people's rights, and the things that they were arresting people without charges were all lies, and he did vex. You understand? So that's why he had sings the songs Ambush in the Night, so you understand where that's coming from. So he expresses disdain and revulsion against it. So what he has said now, so his Rastafarian faith only solidify his decision to distance himself from the treacherous political movement of Michael Manley, which he deemed dangerous, lethal and merciless to the impoverished Jamaican people, particularly those residing in the Kingston metropolitan area. So at the time now, them have all a thing where you call no man's land in my community, where them set up open air prison and You understand? PMP and Labour in it and rainfall upon your sun dry. You understand? That's what it's used happened back then. I remember there was a guy in always in the yard who lived at 30 Pencil Street, Blue Boy, that's Oliver, Carpet brother. Yeah, he was one of them who received guns from police barrier and big youth. So what happened there, the young men them who receive gun from these people, there was a listener, I tell you, and them scraped them up, and you understand, it was like pretty much, and Bob Marley say it was a sham. You understand, all George Pang and Babsy Grange and Pernell, they locked them up for nothing. Yeah, that was just wickedness, Some notable prominent figures within the PMP criminal organization, including influential politicians, members of parliament, cabinet ministers, and dons relentlessly pursue Bob Marley for his endorsement. Yeah, so they want him to endorse Michael Manley publicly again, so him can, you understand, get the vote of the poorer class of people. So despite their persistent lobbying, Bob Marley refused to support Michael Manley, causing tensions to rise even further. But Bob Marley never see the tension as anything, because him just a man of Rasta and business and bangarang and them thing there. So at a pivotal meeting, Tony Spalding, a well-known political radical within the PMP criminal organization, and a politician, warned Marley about the risk he was undertaking, cautioning with the words, "Bob, you better know what you're doing." But Bob Marley never take that as anything when time, you understand? Because they were trying to use but Bob Marley himself was a radical, They may not try to use intimidation, and they might use implied threats, they might try to intimidate him, but him never did like what was going on. But him now come out and said, it's like how you have them artists and all, like all the bounty killer, them and the keep it, and them would have come out and lick out publicly. Yeah, Bob Marley never do that. Him just said privately with him and him friend them, whom thought that he could trust. So through this revealing exploration, we shed light on Bob Marley's bold and principled stand against political deceit and manipulation, as we uncovering the harrowing truth behind this hijacking and dangerous game that threatened the very fabric of Jamaica society. You understand? So, far more captivating inside the Bob Marley life is profound influence on music and his relentless pursuit of justice. Yeah, so after the assassination attempt on his life by thugs, by 1976, Robert Nesta Marley and his Wheelers band had become famous and influential in Jamaica. Where they had scores of many hits and globally. Yeah, so Bob Marley. Yeah, so after the assassination attempt on his life by thugs by 1976, you don't know, Bob Marley, become famous, man, the Wheelers. Them score many hits, globally, where Marley was viewed as reggae foremost exponent. However, the tension in Jamaica, his home country, was anything but tranquil. Poverty afflicted citizens, while supporters of the Michael Manley ruling People's National Party, a criminal organization, and the opposition Jamaica Labour Party led by Edward Seaga engaged in continuous violence to enable a modicum of peace and heal the land. Marley offered to stage a free concert dubbed Smile Jamaica, to be attended by both supporters of the parties. However, 2 days before the concert on December 3rd, Marley and his bands were rehearsing at his home at 56 Pope Road in the neighborhood of both the governor and prime minister. Alright, so if you have sense now, remember I said there's a place there, have a lot of security and everything there, So that is near Bob Marley at the time lived near to the prime minister, Michael Manley, and near the governor general. When 3 men made their way onto the property, the gunmen shot Marley and his wife, Rita, in what many suggest was a politically motivated assassination. She got shot in her head, Ziggy Marley said of his mother. She got a bullet in her head, 1 inch from the brain. During the time of the assassination attempt, my father got shot in the hand, either by good fortune or poor aim. The bullet aimed at Marley skid off his chest, lodging in his arm instead, while his wife, Rita, was shot in the head while disembarking from a vehicle, survived the hit. Marley's manager, Dan Taylor, sustained serious injuries from being shot in the leg. Rita, super dense dreadlocks, blocked the bullet and minimized the impact. They were all rushed to the university hospital and treated. The nation was shocked about the attempt on Marley's life at the time, at a time when he had become a national treasure. Nonetheless, many other folks wished to see him perform, and he did. Fans waited for 4 hours before Marley, with his wailers, arrived to a tumultuous welcome from about 8,000 people, leading to the performance at National Heroes Park in Kingston on November 5th, 1976. Ziggy Marley, who was 8 at the time, of the incident, note, "This is a type of woman that my mother is. Even a bullet in her head couldn't stop her from serving that higher purpose." Bob Marley unites Prime Minister Michael Manley and opposition leader Edward Seaga at a concert. But a pained Marley would go into exile after the shooting and concert. He, together with his team, relocated to London. They took a break before making new music and touring. So somebody stepped on Bob Marley tour with a spike boot during a football game, which resulted in being diagnosed with melanoma, skin cancer. But Marley continued to play football while some doctors prefer disarticulating his leg. Another in Miami said that was not necessary and that was taking his affected toenail off was okay. Eventually the cancer spread all over his body. He died on May 11, 1981. Age 36, he was buried in a mausoleum at 9 Mile, Senton, the village where he had been born. So, so these are some of the possible motives, for Bob Marley, the why they shot Bob Marley. Political affiliation. Marley openly supported the then opposing People's National Party in 1972. That was what them, that was what happened in 1972. In 1976, he did not support the PNP criminal organization. So the government may have been affiliated with the other party. So some people were saying because he had endorsed the PNP in 1972 when Shearer run against Michael. So they believe that back then, nothing happened, Shearer people them and no violence wasn't going on that bad until then, and then we get the state of emergency. So some people were saying that people from the other side, but the people them from the other side, I said then him endorse him already in 1972. We never did do him nothing. Him not endorse him now. What reason would I have to shoot him? That's what them I say. So personal vendetta. Some theories suggest that the shooting was linked to a personal dispute, a jealousy surrounding Marley's success. So some people did point a finger on people around him who were a part of the band. One of their them I say Peter Touch kind of have a little hand in it. You understand? Because Bob Marley was the lead singer, and because I'm eye color and Peter Touch black. But is a man who say him travel and him thing and do no show and no club and all kind of things. And Bob Marley say, boy, Jesus go all in a war house to convert the war, so him go and perform anyway for the because it's all about the messaging. So they were saying it was jealousy by Peter Touch, and them some people was pointing finger on it. So lack of closure. So despite investigations, the government will never definitely identify, and the precise motive remain unknown. So this lack of closure has fueled speculation and conspiracy theory over the years. So regardless of the motives, the shooting was a tragic event that deeply affected Marley's family, fans, and the world. Remember him for his music, message of peace and unity and positive impact on many. So instead of delving into speculation, let's celebrate Bob Marley's legacy and the enduring power of his music. Are you ready to uncover the hidden truth behind Bob Marley's shooting? Brace yourself for a shocking revelation that will challenge all your preconceived notions. In this groundbreaking video, we dive deeper into the perplexing incidents that occur at Bob Marley's home, debunking the widely known story of gunmen attacking him. Prepare to be astounded as we disclose the unlikely individuals involved in this incident, shedding light on their motives and revealing a truth that will leave you speechless. Unveiling the startling truth behind the shooting of the legendary Bob Marley, this video uncovers details that have remained hidden for far too long. We go beyond the surface, scrutinizing the events leading up to the fateful day and challenging the popular narrative. We delve into the eye-opening exploration as we dissect the incident, examining the pivotal motives and factors in what truly transpired. By the end of this video, your perspective on Bob Marley's shooting will forever altered. The Jamaica Young Police channel, brace yourself for the truth behind Bob Marley's shooting. Take advantage of this opportunity to be a part of a groundbreaking revelation that will reshape the story of a music legend. Stay tuned for an unforgettable experience. Bob Marley's shooting indeed involved close acquaintance. Yes, close acquaintance. It is. It's important to avoid generalization, betrayal based on specific tragedy. Each situation is unique, and focusing on specifics of one case could lead to fear generalization and insensitive conclusion. Instead of looking on friends as betrayers, let's focus on broader themes like trust, resilience, and the importance of positive relationships. So here are some alternative perspectives you might consider. Looking beyond betrayal. While trust violation can be painful, focusing slowly on the negative can hinder healing and growth. Remember, people are complex and even close relationships can encounter challenges. Instead of labeling individuals based on one action, consider broader context and potential for change. Celebrating human connection, friendships bring joy, support, and laughter. Focusing on positive aspects of friendship and cherishing genuine connection can help counteract the pain caused by individual betrayal. Focusing on resilience. Despite the tragic shooting, Marley's life was a testament to resilience. His music inspires millions, and his message of peace remains relevant. Celebrating his strength and impact can inspire hope and preservation in challenging times. Generalization about entire group based on individual actions can be harmful and unfair. Let's focus on the power of positive relationship, resilience, and the lessons we can learn from complex situations like Marley experienced. If you'd like to discuss this further or explore additional resources on positive relationships or resilience, I am happy to help. Remember, you are not alone in navigating challenges. There are always avenues for growth and understanding. The Untold Betrayal, a tragic tale of Bob Marley, friend turned enemy. We explore an untold tale of betrayal that unfolded in the life of the legendary musician Bob Marley. Brace yourself as we delve into the shocking event when Bob Marley's trusted friends turned into his deadliest enemy. Prepare to be amazed by the thrilling narrative of this tragic betrayal and its unimaginable consequences. As we unravel the dark secrets that led to this heart-wrenching betrayal, revealing how deep-rooted friendship can remain, sometimes takes an unexpected and treacherous turn. Witness the chilling series of events that led to this fateful moment, where trust was shattered and loyalty was questioned. Immerse yourself in the world of Bob Marley as we navigate the profound impact this betrayal had on his life and music. discover how this tragedy influences artistic expression and the subsequent legacy of these trying times. We shed light on the underlying motivation and factors contributing to this haunting betrayal through experts' analysis and in-depth research. Gain a unique perspective on the intricate web of relationships and emotions that ripple effects on one of the most iconic figures in music history. Prepare to be taken on an emotional roller coaster as we recount the gripping sequence of events, how the Alamejime unfolded and Bob Marley's courageous journey to overcome this profound betrayal, experiences resilience as he rose from the ashes, turning his pain into inspiration that resonated with millions worldwide. Take advantage of this riveting exploration of betrayal, trust, and complex dynamics of friends. The Untold Betrayal, a tragic tale of Marley friends turned enemy, is a captivating story that will leave you with new appreciation for the resilience of the human spirit and the power of forgiveness. This captivating video delves into the untold heroic journey of a legend Bob Marley, as we unveil the intriguing story of Bob Marley's resilience and courage amidst the assassination attempts on his life, which took place more than 42 years ago, more than 45 years ago. Yes, 76, more than 45, 47 years ago. Yes, at his iconic 56 Oak Road home. Discover how the motive behind the attack aimed to hinder Bob from performing at the renewed Smile Jamaica concert. Despite the danger and threats, Bob Marley fearlessly defied all odds, showcasing his unwavering determination to spread his message of love and unity through music. Let's reminisce on this remarkable chapter of Bob Marley's life, a valid symbol of inspiration for future generations. Stay tuned for our eye-opening exploration of a legendary musician, his indomitable spirit, and his enduring legacy. In 1972, Bob Marley publicly endorsed Michael Manley, as to be Jamaica's next Prime Minister. At the time, he was running against Hugh Shearer, who was the Prime Minister of the Jamaica Labour Party then. But in 1976, the state of emergency upset Bob Marley with Michael Manley and the PAP because he thought it was too much for our nation to be going through the state of emergency. Bob Marley disagreed with Michael Manley for the state of emergency of using it to oppress his opponents by arresting them without charge and all lies. And he was a Rastaman who believed in the truth. Privately, Bob Marley would make his dissent known to his friend that Michael Manley was a pathological liar and someone he could not trust because of the things that he was doing at the time. Some of Bob Marley's friends were arrested during the political turmoil and they were placed in various jails. Bob Marley was not happy. Although both of them had a good relationship before the state of emergency, Marley started to distance himself from Michael Manley. Bob Marley did not see any evidence to support the government's actions of the state of emergency. He privately shared his discontent with what Michael Manley was doing to the country and tried to use the security forces to hold on to power. That is what Bob Marley has said privately to his friends, people who were close to him. Some of them will come out and say, that a lie matter. Especially when Alan Skill called me, when I'll say a lie. But Bob Marley had shared that with him and others who were there with him when he even run. One time when he run the Betrayal, and then a boom ride come back and him talk about it because it really upset him. So at the time Bob Marley was seen as too close to Claudius Massop, the Tivoli strongman Dan far Tivoli Gardens, and that he had known each other for years. So the PNP thought he was switching because of his not endorsing Michael Manley. So because Bob Marley now was not endorsing and publicly supporting Michael Manley, and he was friends with Tech Life and Claudius Massop, they thought that he was switching. So there was a private meeting between officials of Michael Manley administration and three radicals from within, D.K. Duncan, Anthony Sparling and Kiboman, who have all decided that they must send a message that anyone who is not with the PNP must be killed. So the PNP then decide then say, they must kill Bob Marley, because Bob Marley now, him a friend now with Tech Life and the man. So later they summon Aston Bucky Marshall Thompson to the PNP headquarters. After some questioning about Bob Marley disrespect to Michael Manley, Joshua, them call him Joshua then, he was on Marley's side as he believed that Marley was a righteous and spiritual man who wanted to stay away from politics. So Bob Marley was privately telling him friends them say, must stay from politics because Michael Manley them are lied, because the state of emergency was all lies and them abuse people powers, them abuse them powers and oppress the people them, and I see him think that his music is all about government oppressing people, and I see him and him say him can't support it, and the lies them and arbitrary detention of people with no charges. So he was upset about that. But him say it with him friend them, and something him discuss with him family. But these are things that him say privately. With him friend them when him smoke weed and all them things there. Even Sidney Breakspear, at one point he said it to her. Yes. You understand? But some of them now you understand? So Tony Sparling, the brilliant genius came up with a plan that his men from Concrete Jungle and Johnson Queenston 12 could get the job done without any fanfare. And he was able to get Tony Wells to sign up for the project to shoot and kill Bob Marley. Wells, being an ardent supporter and enforcer of the PNP criminal organization, decided to do the job of shooting Bob Marley for disrespecting Michael Manley. So them call Michael Manley Joshua then. Yeah, I say you can't, or if it this Joshua, so him for dead. And because now he was seen now, I get too close with Claudius Massop and Tech Life, and all them through them are rasta to like him, and them smoke weed and you understand, all kind of thing. Them never did like that. So the following were in one of the cars, Tony Welsh, so driven by police Barry in Hamilton. He was the one that was driving the car. Joe Brown, Lenky Roy, and the other vehicle. So there was a car that followed closely to the primary car. So when the men reached the compound, Joe Brown and Lenky Roy, who were armed with guns, exited the vehicle and went to where Bob Marley and the others were and opened gunfire at them, emptying the gun, then ran back to the car and escaped down Wolope Road in the car. So Rita Marley and Bob Marley and others were shot. So a groundsman on the premises recognizes one of the men, Tony Welsh, as one of the occupants. So the groundsman recognized Tony Welsh. Yeah, one of the groundsmen recognized Tony Welsh, a man that was there. So the reason why Bob Marley and the others were shot is because of his not endorsing Michael Manley for the second term. So that was the only reason why he was shot. He wasn't shot by no labor right. He was shot by PNP because he did not endorse Michael Manley for the second term. So they wanted Bob Marley now to endorse Michael Manley for the second term, and him saying nah, do it because him a Rasta, and the same thing where he was singing against, it was the same thing that Michael Manley was doing, oppressing the people. So the state of emergency pissed him off big time, and he never take kindly to it at all. So that's a main reason, that's a main motive why them try to kill him. So the same people them try to kill him now, and then they start to point fingers at the men from Tivoli Gardens and Rima as the shooters. So when Bob Marley was released from hospital before the concert, the groundsman told him of the sighting of Tony Welsh on the scene, and from that day the relationship between the two men was not the same anymore. Yeah, so even when Bob Marley saw when 2 years after he was in England and he met with all of the so-called dandem and them thing there, he wasn't that receptive to Tony Welsh. Although he might big up himself and all of them things, Bob Marley knew that he was the one that was behind the shooting. So the photo that you see with Bob Marley, Take Life and Claude Massop, yeah, you can see not only the camaraderie, but you can see the love that he had for both men and the relationship. And if you look at the photo, I don't even put it, the photo that he had that they had taken with Bob Marley and Tony Welsh and the other, you can see the total difference expression from Bob Marley's face. You understand? So Bob Marley knew that it was the same PMP them, so Lenky Rai and all them people there. For the man that was evil Rasta and Joe Brown, and then them same one kill Joe Brown. How them do all them thing there? Why? But we know that Joe Brown never did go up on in the totally against the eventide thing, and that's why them kill him. Wow. So the shot that they shot Bob Marley and his wife Rita pushed Bob Marley closer to Claude Massop, aka Jack, with whom he had an affinity. Joe Brown shot Joe Brown and Lenky Rai shot Bob Marley, and the same men from Concrete Jungle later killed him because he did not support them for the atrocity of the eventide killing of 144 women. Bob Marley did not know the shooter Joe Brown or Lenky Rai, and the others could not identify him. So Bob Marley couldn't identify. He never knew Joe Brown and he never knew Lenky Rai then. He never knew Lenky Rai. But yeah, Bob Marley never knew Lenky Rai. He knew the only somebody he did know was Tony Welsh. He never did know Police Barry. So he's a policeman, He's a policeman, drive the car. So the others weren't helpful in the police investigation into the incident. So the shooting of Bob Marley emanated from Tony Spalding, BK Duncan and Kibo Munn. So we don't even know based on on all of this evidence that reveal Michael Manley seemed to be the only person that was in the dark about this, because it was his people who wanted Bob Marley to endorse Michael Manley, but Bob Marley wasn't having any of it. But I tell you, it just sad still though. Oh, if you want to kill a man because you understand, but I tell you. Yeah, so we must apologize again to our viewers and subscribers and Patreon members for the late delivery of this video. Those of you who were listening the last video that I did, you could hear the difference in my voice. And remember, we're all human beings, we're not organic robots, so we have to just do the necessary to maintain our health. You understand? That it's coming on to it's winter, it's cold for some people, and it all depends on where you're at right now. The weather, if you're in North America or Europe, if you're in Jamaica, people in Jamaica have been complaining about the cold. Yeah, so that's just a sidebar right there to explain, why, you might hear the difference in my voice then and even now. So the powerful lyrics of Bob Marley song, Who the Cap Fit, and they go on and say man to man is so unjust. Children who don't know who to trust. It resonates deeply with his relationship with Tony Welsh, a chilling reminder of betrayal and political corruption that unfold. So a story of betrayal and political corruption, as we navigate through the shadows of history, shedding light on dark chapters that has long been shrouded in secrecy, let us honor the legacy of Bob Marley. Yeah, the man whose music united millions and whose untimely fate echoed the price of his unyielding principle. Stay tuned for the shocking revelation that challenged everything you thought you knew. So in this, as we come to the end of this thought-provoking video, we delve deeper into the powerful lyrics of Bob Marley, iconic song, Who the Cap Fit, which starkly remind us that trust is a luxury we cannot afford. With lyrics like man to man is so unjust, children, you don't know who to trust. Bob Marley challenges us to question the intentions of those around us. So all of his song has meaning. So this discussion takes a deeper look at the consequences faced by Bob Marley himself. If he had not endorsed Michael Manley in the initial campaign that was in 1972, we're exploring the disturbing truth that Marley was entangled in a dangerous web spun by Anthony Spalding, Keywoman and D.K. Duncan and Tony Welsh, individual who epitomize deceit and manipulation and lies. Yes. So for years, the PNP, the People's National Party, which is a criminal organization, has propagated lies, showcasing its lack of integrity, honesty, and respect for dissenting voice. It's become evident that the PNP is no longer a political entity, but a criminal organization solely focused on power and control. Furthermore, we shed light on the PNP's involvement in grievous crimes committed in Jamaica, including the shocking murder of Ted Ogilvy, 144 women, Judge Derek Hugh, and Douglas Chambers. Disturbingly, these crimes have been linked to the PNP criminal organization members and activists, exposing the dark underbelly of the party's operation. So we seek to unmask the crimes and corruption of the PNP criminal organization, inviting viewers with conscience to question the legitimacy, morality of this political party, as we shine light on the truth that has been hidden for far too long. Share your thoughts and comments below. Yeah, and those of you who are upset about the truth, that's just the truth. So when Bob Marley was in London, England, and the dance from Jamaica visiting, Tony Welsh was the only person he was not receptive to during their brief stay with him before the One Love concert. Bob Marley, Clark the Massop and Tech Life had a cordial and enjoyable time together, and you could see the awkwardness in the body language of Bob Marley and Tony Welsh. Bob Marley knew that Tony Welsh was involved in his attempt assassination. The PNP criminal organization is not a political party, because there was no reason for them to wanting to kill Bob Marley, because he had endorsed Michael Manley in 1972. And when Michael Manley started to violate the Jamaican constitution, that's when Bob Marley withdrew his support. And that should have been a done case. Still, they wanted him to pay with his life for not endorsing Michael Manley. They are all gone, but Bob Marley's music and legacy lives on. Sadly, these men claim that they love people with low income and try to end one man's life over an endorsement. The intriguing video reveals the untold story of Bob Marley's time in London, England, and the unexpected visit from the dance in Jamaica. During this visit, Tony Welsh stood out as the only individual Marley needed to be more receptive to. The dynamics between Bob Marley, Clark the Massop, Tech Life, and Tony Welsh during the brief stay, specifically before the iconic One Love concert. Throughout their time together, it became evident through their body language that an underlying awkwardness exists between Marley and Welsh. Interestingly, although not a political party, the PNP criminal organization played a significant role in this narrative. Contrary to popular belief, they had no valid reason to target Bob Marley. Marley had previously endorsed Michael Manley in 1972. However, when Monday began to violate the Jamaican constitution, Bob Marley withdrew his support, a decision that should have been accepted and respected. Regrettably, these individuals who claim to be champions to champion the needs of people with low income choose to take the extreme measures by attempting to end Bob Marley's life merely due to a change in political endorsement. Although they and the dark action have long gone, the long and the legacy of Bob Marley, his music and his message continue to resonate with people worldwide. Bob Marley and Tony Welsh unearthed story and the dark truth beneath their encounter. Discover the complexity of power, politics and the music that transcend its all. Take advantage of this eye-opening journey and shed light on a lesser known chapter in the life of the legendary Bob Marley. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking content on our channel and be sure to give the video a thumbs up, share, comment and subscribe for future updates. So let the truth be heard, and may Bob Marley timeless legacy inspires us all. Yeah man, long live Bob Marley and all of the wicked them. Yeah man, may them suffer forever in perpetuity. You must always understand this, you know, and if you can pay attention, keen attention to details, you will understand, you know, that the PNP is a criminal organization. So whoever who's telling you, you know, that it's not the PNP responsible for shooting Bob Marley, if you want to believe them, that means you're an ignoramus. And let me show you, just give you nuance, evidence to show you that the PNP is a criminal organization. Look what happened to Melissa Silvera. Yes, Melissa Silvera. She was shot and killed in her sleep by her husband, Jacqueline Silvera, a former member of parliament in the PNP criminal organization and a member of the rise in the PNP criminal organization. That's a faction of the PNP criminal organization. Remember that when this woman was killed, the opposition leader Mark Wallen told the Jamaican people that this woman died in her sleep from aneurysm, brain aneurysm. And people even came out, a woman by the name of, they put her out because, you know, she wanted to say, you know, behave like she's from uptown. She's not uptown because she don't understand these people, you know. No matter how much money you have and you live around them, they don't see you as a part of them. And they came out and said that this woman died from a brain aneurysm, only to be found out later that it was murder. So those of you who want to believe all the idiots who are telling you that Bob Marley was shot by men from Tivoli Gardens, you're just an ignoramus, because the people who shot Bob Marley are people that know him. The man who was in the car, Tony Welsh, if you look at the picture, you will see the uncomfortableness in Tony Welsh's body language. Of all the people, 4 people, Take Life, Bob Marley, then Tony Welsh, and Claudia Massop. And they say, based on the information received from the Special Branch Police, Claudia Massop is the one who deliberately put Tony Welsh beside Bob Marley. And you know, his conscience was riding him, so he could not even face sitting beside him, and he was so uncomfortable. As I say, a picture say 1,000 words, and that picture speaks volume. And the reason why we're exposing all of these things to show you what is happening is because the PNP criminal organization dismantled Special Branch, the same agency that's give us all of this information right now that we're able to share with you. Who would you believe? Would you believe the police? When 80% of the police, members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, are PNP supporters. 80%, yeah, because most of them love the criminality, the thieving and the corruption and all of these things. Yes, them police thief tire them off a vehicle, them thief the gas, them thief all kind of things from the police vehicle. You understand? Yes. So as we have said to you, and we say it again, have you as you listen to the Eventide expose, you hear Dwayne Douglas, who's the son of Lenky Rai. Lenky Rai was one of them who participated in the Eventide killing of the 144 women. He's from Concrete Jungle. That's the pathway next to mine. And he's admitting that his Tony Welch, that his father was not involved. His father was involved, so he wants to clear his dead father. His father was killed up there in New York. So he wants to clear his father's name to say that his father wasn't involved in it. His father was a part of it. And that's the reason why they killed Joe Brown. Joe Brown was one of the men who shot Bob Marley. His father, Lenky Rai, and Joe Brown were the men who shot Bob Marley. These men are aligned to the PNP criminal organization. So don't let anyone fool you. And what they keep telling you, if you listen to somebody who is dumb, somebody who is not from my community, is going to tell you what happened in my community, and you believe that person, you're an idiot. If you want to believe, the best person to believe is Lenky Rai's son. Lenky Rai's son is from Concrete Jungle too. His father partaking Eventide killing. So it's the PNP criminal organization that has committed those crimes, and they blame it on the labor rights. But if you're stupid enough to believe these people, that men from Tivoli Gardens would come all the way up to Eventide, right beside Concrete Jungle and Calvary Cemetery, and beside Admiral Town Police Station, don't you think that the police at Admiral Town Police Station would be hearing when these men were knocking, driving nails into the windows and door to prevent the women from coming out? But the police couldn't do anything because the police were out guns. These men have M16 rifles, men from my community. And then you're going to listen to an idiot who failed the police test 7 times and coming out with propagandas and lies. That's all that they've been feeding you over there. It's nothing but lies. But we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we're just here to tell you the real mama papa truth. The PNP criminal organization is responsible for shooting Bob Marley. The men that shot Bob Marley are from Concrete Jungle. Yes, Kingston 12, which is a PNP enclave. Yes, they killed him on the instruction. They tried to kill Bob Marley on the instruction of Tony Spalding, Keeberman, and D.K. Duncan. And this order was given to Tony Welch. Yes, the Don for Concrete Jungle. And he executed the same. That's the reason why you can look at the picture and you see the uncomfortableness in Tony Welch's demeanor. So if you're an idiot or a fool, you're going to buy what they're selling. But we are the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We have no axe to grind. We're just here to let the people know the truth. If you or anyone who knows, anyone who were close to Bob Marley, you would have known that he have told people that it was Tony Welch who brought men to his place and shot him. Rita Marley know that. But because one thing with the PNP, I can tell you this, they are very good at lying. If you know an honest liar or an honest thief, show me one. One thing I can tell you that the PNP is a criminal organization. Just remember, just to refresh your memory, just look at what happened recently, contemporarily. Jylon Silvera killed his wife. Mark Welling, who is the leader of the party, the opposition leader of Jamaica, and he told the Jamaican people that this woman died from brain hemorrhage. Don't you know that he was told by Silvera what he had done, that he had killed his wife? All because the motive for killing her, because of land and money. Because this man was a bum. He was living off her. She's the one who has the money. He has nothing. He's a croff. So that's all we have to do is here to set the record straight. The JLP, the labor rights, the men from Tivoli Gardens had nothing to do with Eventide, and they had nothing to do with shooting Bob Marley. Nothing. It's the PNP. And I can name so many crimes that they have committed in Jamaica and got away with it. The PNP, they have killed a judge, Derek Hugh, on the instruction of Danai Williams. Yes, based on information, and I know intimately, yes, one of the men who survived from that killing, one of the killer, the man who really did the killing, Trevor Bulgin Bennett. I'm not telling you no allegedly. I am telling you. I wasn't there, but I am telling you for a fact. Then you have Ted Ogilvy, that they had killed a government employee, official, and then Douglas Chambers. The PNP is a criminal organization. So those of you who want to believe all the idiots who's telling you that it's labor rights, continue to believe, because lies are going to kill you because you're a born idiot. The PNP is a criminal organization. They are the one that bring terror to Jamaica, not the labor rights. And I say that without any apologies. And I don't care who want to say that I am a labor right. If speaking the truth make me a labor right, well, I so gladly embrace it, because the truth is the truth. To be a PNP, you have to be an unconscionable liar. You have to be dishonest. You have to be a criminal-minded supporter. And look, if you know any honest PNP, show me one. Because you have to be a liar. Because everything they make excuse of the party and just lie. Yeah, may Bob Marley's soul rest in peace. And those who partake in trying to assassinate him, their children suffer for their crimes that they have committed against this man, all because the man was totally against the state of emergency that Michael Manley had called, arresting people without any trial or any charges indefinitely. And Bob Marley spoke up privately against the Prime Minister, Michael Manley, arresting people indefinitely, in which Bob Marley, throughout his years, have been fighting for people to be live free from government corruption, oppression, and the same man that he had endorsed is the same man that started to oppress the black people because he wanted to maintain power. And because he refuses to endorse this man, Michael Manley, that's when they came up with this plan to shoot him. P.J. Patterson, the former Prime Minister, he knew about this plan. He knew of it. He wasn't that as wicked as Tony Spalding, Keebomum, and D.K. Duncan, but he was a part of the criminal organization back then. Yes, and he was rolling with junglers too. They would come up to his place when he was a minister and smoke ganja with him. We are telling you that because them talk. So, hope this case and the mystery supposed to be over worldwide now. Talking about who shoot Bob Marley and all these lies about the people in Tivoli Gardens. They knew nothing of it. It's all have to do with the people from my community. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel, out.